Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Betty. In case you're new here, you're warmly welcome. On today's video, we're going to talk about products and essential tools for beginners. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed, give this video a big thumbs up if you like it, and comment down below. I'll be replying to your comments kama kawaida. Hit the post notification bell down below, so every time I upload a new video, you will always be notified. With no further ado, let's get straight into this video. Hey beautiful people, let's get started. So the first product you need is a primer, and the primer that I'm using today is Kiss Beauty Primer. I had already moisturized my skin, so first of all, start by moisturizing your face and then go in with a primer. So now when it comes to choosing a good primer for your skin, first of all, you need to look at your skin type. Do you have an oily skin? Do you have a dry skin? Do you have a combination skin type? Do you have pores on your skin? So for instance, if you have an oily skin, you should get a mattifying primer. If you have a dry skin, you should get an illuminating primer. If you have pores on your face, you should get a pore minimizing primer. So the next step, I'm just massaging my primer in, and then thereafter I'll just leave it for some minutes for it to get tacky. Always make sure you're leaving it for some minutes for it to get tacky, and then you can go in with your foundation. Skin prep, guys, is very important. The second product that you need, my beautiful people, is a foundation. You really need to find a foundation that really matches your skin tone. At the moment, I didn't have a foundation that matched my skin tone, so I had to mix these two foundations. The first one is Fit Me Matte and Polish Foundation in the shade 375, and the second one is Fit Me Matte and Polish Foundation, the tube one, in the shade 352. And then the next tip, guys, you need to note about foundations is that there are various types of foundation depending on your skin type. There are mattifying foundations, illuminating foundations. So depending on your skin type, choose a foundation that is best suited for your skin type. And then the next tip, guys, when it comes to blending in your foundation, you can either use a brush or a beauty blender. And in this case, I'm using a beauty blender. And when you're using a beauty blender, please make sure you're using a damp beauty blender. You squeeze out the excess water and then just dab your foundation. Do not drag your beauty blender, just dab, tap your foundation until it's well blended. And then the next tip, guys, you need to note about foundations is that there are various types of foundations. We have foundations that give full coverage, and then we have foundations that give medium to buildable coverage. In this case, I'm using Fit Me foundation. It's medium. It gives medium to buildable coverage. I like this foundation because you can wear it anywhere. You can, especially for simple looks that you don't want, to look like you have a lot of makeup on your face. You can always go for Fit Me foundation drugstore. It's a very good foundation. And then if you want a full a foundation that gives full coverage, you can go for Super Stay foundation. So also a very good foundation drugstore wise. So yeah, guys. The third product, my beautiful people, that you will need is a concealer that is 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. And in this case, I'm using Elegant Pro Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. You want to highlight areas on your face that you want, to brighten up. In this case, I'm going to be highlighting my under eye, my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my chin area, and my mustache area. And then the next step, my beautiful people, is to immediately blend your concealer. Immediately blend your concealer. You know, these concealers tend to dry up pretty fast on our face, so you need to be fast and immediately blend your concealer. And any day, anytime, I would always recommend you to use a beauty blender to blend your concealer. The technique is to just dab, tap, tap, tap. Do not drag your beauty blender. Just tap, tap, and blend your concealer until it's well blended and seamless. And then now the next step, my beautiful people, I'm just going to prime my eyelids. I almost forgot. So just apply some concealer on your eyelids to prepare your eyelids to receive eyeshadow. And I'm using the same concealer, that is Elegant Pro Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. The next step, my beautiful people, you need a setting powder, and the setting powder that I'm using today is Black Opal Invisible Finishing Powder in the shade 100. You need to set all the areas that you applied your concealer to avoid it from creasing. So just dab off the excess powder or just blow off the excess powder and then set all the areas that you applied your concealer. The next step, my beautiful people, is to contour your face. And to contour, I'm using Elegant Finishing Powder in the shade Dark Cocoa. And for the application, I'm using a brush that is fluffy and slightly angled. So when it comes to the application, just tap some powder and then dab off the excess powder, and then you can begin application. And now when it comes to choosing the right powder for your contour, always make sure you're choosing a powder that is two shades darker than your skin tone. And then this is for my beginners. I'd always recommend you to use a powder contour unlike using a cream contour. You know, powder contours are very easy to blend, unlike when you're using a cream contour. So when it comes to choosing a product for your contouring process, always make sure you're going for a powder contour. It's very easy to blend powders, unlike blending cream contours. The next product that you need is a powder to set your whole face, to dust off all the excess powder that is on your face. And I'm going to be using a bigger fluffy brush. And the powder that I'll be using is Elegant Finishing Powder in the shade Warm Caramel. You need a powder that is your shade, a powder that is of your skin tone. You don't need to go for a powder that is, you know, 2 shades darker or lighter. Just go for a powder that is your shade and dust off all the excess powder that is in your shade. The function of this powder is that it gives you that filter-like effect on your face, and it's going to make your face so smooth and, you know, flawless. And now, my beautiful people, to the eyes, I'm going to be using Morphe Palette. This is 39 Hit the Light Eyeshadow Palette. And now when it comes to choosing a good eyeshadow palette for you, I'll always recommend you find a palette that has both shimmery shades and matte shades. Like for instance, now the matte shades are the shades that I'm touching right now. You see, they are powdery, okay? These are matte shades. And then when it comes to, these are matte shades, the one that I'm touching right now, those are matte shades. And then when it comes to shimmery shades, you see those bright colors, like the shimmer, they're very shiny. Those are the shimmery shades. They're very bright, they have glitter on them. Those are shimmery shades. So get yourself an eyeshadow palette that has both shades, both matte shades and shimmery shades. And now I'm just applying some powder under my eyes just to cut any flyaways from the eyeshadow palette. I don't want the eyeshadow to mess up my makeup, so when you're applying your eyeshadow, just put on some powder beneath just to catch any flyaways. Alright, now my beautiful people, I'm going to start with a transitioning shade, and I'm starting by using an orange shade from my eyeshadow palette, and I'm using a small fluffy brush, and I'm going to just focus the transition right on top of my lid and blend your eyeshadow in circular motion. One tip here, guys, please do not use shimmery shades for your transition, okay? Always use matte shades. I said matte shades are the powdery, looking eyeshadow. Always use matte shades for your transition. And then for the beginners, the best transitioning shades for your transition is orange and brown colors, okay? Use orange and brown. They are very easy to blend. The next step, my beautiful people, you need to smoke up your high look. Just smoke up, and the next shade should be darker than the first shade that you used. Remember, our first transition was a lighter shade, it was orange. So the next shade you choose to darken your crease area, to smoke up your eye look, you should use a more darker shade than the first shade that you used. So, and for the brush, I'm just using a smaller fluffy brush. These brushes, guys, do not have numbers, so please just look at the shape and the size of my brushes, okay? And then just pack the shade right on your outer V. Just pack it to your desired, just the way you want it, okay? Yeah. The next shade we're gonna be using is a shimmery shade, my beautiful people, and we're going to be concentrating this shade right on our lid, okay? Right on the center of our lid. Shimmery shades, they're only made for our lids, the center of our lids. And I'm going to be using this gold-like, shimmery shade. And I'm going to be using this brush. I don't know, it doesn't have a number. I don't know what to say about it. Just look at just use a flat brush, to pack your shimmery shade right on your outer lid. Just always look for a flat brush, okay? Any flat brush is okay. Just pack it to your desired, just the way you want it, okay? The next step, my beautiful people, take your small brush. You remember the first brush we used for our orange transition, okay? Take that brush, do not add any more products, and just blend your edges just to avoid any sort of demarcation between the two colors, between the black and the orange shade. Just blend, so that you can have a smooth transition from one color to the next one. The next product you need for your eyes is a black eyeliner, and the eyeliner that I'm using today, guys, is Zalon black eyeliner. Just draw a thin line as close to your natural lash line as possible if you're not able to draw a wing eye. And the function of a black eyeliner, my beautiful people, is just to give a base for your false lashes, just to give a base for your false lashes to stick on. And then the next step, my beautiful people, you also need a mascara, and the mascara that I'm going to be using today is Rocket Volume Express mascara by Maybelline. This mascara is very, very affordable, and it's very, very good. I would always recommend you to get this Maybelline mascara. The next product, my beautiful people, that you need is a lash glue to fix your false lashes. And the lash glue that I'm using is Zalon Lash Glue. And then the next, I fixed my false lashes off camera. You know, I have a very detailed eyelash tutorial. Please, you can go and check it out after this. And then thereafter, I went ahead to just dust off the excess powder on my face, and I'm using a fluffy brush. To set my whole face, I normally use rose water. Then the next step, my beautiful people, you need to add some warmth on your face. And for my blush, I normally use my eyeshadow palette. So I'm just taking an orange shade from my eyeshadow palette using a fluffy brush, and then I'm just going to put that on my apples of my cheeks and my nose. The next product, my beautiful people, that you need is an highlighter, and the highlighter I'm going to be using today is Master Chrome highlighter in the shade Mortal Gold. This highlighter is very, very good, guys. So I'm just going to highlight my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and the inner corners of my eyes. The purpose of putting on highlighter on your skin is to make your makeup glow. If you don't like glowy looks, guys, this step is optional. You can always skip this part. But you know me, I love glowy skin. I want my face to glow and glow and glow and glow. So but this step is optional, guys. You can always this step if you don't like glowy looks. So it's optional. The next product you need, my beautiful people, is a pencil to line your lips. You can also use a lipstick, but I normally use a pencil to line my lips, and I'm using Davis pencil number 3. It's the same pencil I use on my eyebrows. So just always make sure you're lining your lips, okay? And then I did a very detailed eyebrow tutorial. That's why I didn't, start with my eyebrows today. But the products I used on my eyebrows is just this, pencil. And to clean my eyebrows, I used Elegant Pro Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. The same concealer I used to highlight my face. And next, I'm just taking my highlighter, the same highlighter I used on my cupid's bow on the bridge of my nose, and I'm going to use that on the inner corners of my eyes, and I'm using a small brush. Then now, finally, my beautiful people, the last product that you need is a lipstick or a lip gloss to complete the whole look. And for today's video, I'm going to be using a pink lip gloss. And that is it from me today, guys. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this look. Let me know what you want me to do next. You can feel free to ask me any question. I'll always come back to reply to you. And also hit the post notification bell so every time I upload a new video, you will always be notified. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Keep it real and beautiful, and always remember to dwell on the beauty of life. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.